Okay, this is HTB, High Tunnel B. It is one of our heated greenhouses, but also it's very unique. It's what we call a climate battery. We'll take a look inside and explain. So, first thing you may notice is how much bigger and healthier the tomatoes are looking in here, as opposed to the one that is in HTA. Partly that's because we do keep it heated. You'll also notice some bees buzzing around here. The house is completely closed, so one of the things we do to improve pollination is we have a box of bumblebees that we bring in that's purchased from a company, and those bumblebees go around and pollinate all of the tomato flowers and give us a better fruit set. But as I was saying, one of some of the differences in this house are it's able to maintain a temperature all winter long. In the summer we use this for growing tomatoes, but all winter we use it for growing greens. And the way we can do that without using a lot of propane is by using what we call a climate battery. So if you notice in the corner there, and then also in the other corner which you can't see, there's an intake pipe that takes in air that's heated, that's hot in the summer. We try to extend that up a little bit so it's more towards the peak, pulls the heat down underground, and then runs it through about 2/3 of a mile of pipe that's buried 4 feet in the ground to heat up this whole bank. It's like a swimming pool size of soil. So we get that soil temperature up into the 70s, and then that bank of heat is able to keep this house at 40 degrees almost all winter long. There's a constant airflow. So in the summer, it's taking in hot air, taking it underground, cooling it, and exhausting the cool, dry air out, which helps the house in the summer stay cool. And in the winter, it's taking that same flow, but now it's pulling the cold air through the warm soil and pushing the warm air out, warm, moist air back out into the house. So it lets us grow those greens. Also along the edge, you'll notice that we've got ginger growing. Ginger is a high value crop for us, and it needs to be in a greenhouse. So we start that in a heated room late in February, and then grow it all the way until September until we have nice, beautiful, big hands of ginger. So another feature of this house that makes it unique, actually too, if you look up, you'll notice these are thermal curtains. These can be opened or closed when we want them to. So in the winter at night, when we want to keep the heat in the house, we close the curtains. And you'll notice that it's sort of a nylon fabric with metal strips running through it. They're metallic strips, and those metallic strips reflect the infrared light back down to the house, keeping it warm. In the summer, when the house can overheat, we use the curtains to keep it cool. So around noon, we'll shut the curtains, and that really helps the tomatoes. They don't like to get much above 90 degrees, and it can easily get to that if we don't have to use the curtains. You'll also notice the material that covers the house. It looks like big bubble wrap. It's called solar wrap, and it is a really new or new age material in the sense that it doesn't yellow. It has a lifespan of about 25 to 30 years, and those bubbles don't need to be inflated like we do in our other houses, and sort of acts as another layer of insulation. It also, very importantly, diffuses the light. So it's a soft light in here as opposed to a hard light that comes from just from above. And that also, I think, improves the growth of our plants. They seem to be really happy in here.